1, 2, 3. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while since my last video. I took a little summer break so that I could fully focus on a project that I'm sure a lot of you already know by now. I've been moving into my new art studio, and after 7 months of renovation, I thought moving in would be a piece of cake. But I would say that it took me about a month until I was done with everything. First, I had to move out all my stuff from the house I rented earlier and move the stuff into the barn of my new art studio, since I wasn't fully done with everything in the house. Look at my new couch. It's a cloud.
Oh, sorry.
And in the beginning of July, the house finally got a little makeover on the outside, something I know a lot of you had been asking about. The paint on the house was in really bad shape, so it needed to be repainted. But thankfully, I didn't do that project myself. I got help from professional painters, and they did such an amazing job, and they painted the whole house in just a few days. Yeah, looks really nice. And then I spent a whole week on putting together furniture and make tables and workbenches for different rooms. And I had so much fun doing this. Cause during the whole renovation, I was always dreaming about that day when I would be in here and put up furniture and all my stuff and to just make it really beautiful. And Johan was helping me to build all the desks and tables. I wanted a lot of workspace, both in my office and in my art studio, so it was better to make them ourselves. Hey Johan.
Hey.
You're here today because you're gonna help me with some stuff.
Yeah, we'll help you.
That's so kind of you.
Boards.
Yeah.
Or your desk.
I think I can do a lot, but when it comes to measure up stuff and build desks, that's not my thing.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
You're good at that.
I don't know.
You have a very smart brain. And Nanuk is helping me with the garden. He thought it was a lot of weed growing here. Wow, you're doing a great job, Nanuk. Thank you.
Han bara...
Åh, vilken fin skrivbord!
Det här är fint. Det är kanske samma här också.
The desk in my office became exactly what I hoped for. And since it's made out of raw wood, I treated it with some hard wax oil to protect it from all the times I will spill out my coffee on it.
Nu ska vi se, de här är ju de som blir...
Det spelar ingen roll, de ska ju ändå vara...
Åh! Alltså gud! Snacka om platsvind.
Den här ska...
Wow. Gud vad härligt. Oh my god. Jävlar alltså. As you can see, I did the same thing with all the tables and working desks in the house. It was a lot of work, but I really liked the look of it, so it was so worth it. And if you've been following this journey with my new art studio this year, you know that I've put my heart and soul into this house and to make it just the way I dreamed of. So I decided to not hurry with moving in. I really took my time to work on every single detail and to make the very best out of every room in the house. And I really enjoyed the process in creating things for the house with my own hands. And it was such a rewarding feeling to see how the house came more and more to life for each day that passed by. Johan.
Hey.
What are you doing?
Just swimming.
You weirdo. It's just so beautiful. It's like a piece of art, this scene. Like the light that... Hey! Hello! Oh, I'm so happy you're here with me, Nanok. Helping me moving in. You're a part of this. And your hair is all over the painted walls. Your hair is everywhere. Everywhere. And that's kind of cute. When all the furniture was in place, it was time for the next and last step in the process. Moving in all my stuff. And I had almost forgot how much stuff I have, since everything had been packed into boxes for over 10 months. And I took my time for this as well. I wanted to go through everything and sort and clean out things that I didn't need anymore, to really be sure to have a fresh new start in here. And the day when I got to move in my computer into my new office, that was a special day. everybody! Welcome to a rainy Sweden. I've been dreaming so many times of the day when I was going to stand here and record these scenes that I'm doing now. And I always thought that it would be like sunny and beautiful weather and beautiful light. But we have had rain every day for many weeks now. It's been the most rainy summer in my whole life. So this is how it is. We gotta do the best of it, right? So about 8 months ago I stood here and it was full winter, and I was telling you for the first time about this house that I bought, that I was just about to transform and renovate into my art studio. Ta-da! Hello everybody, and welcome to my own place. This little house is going to be home for my creative soul. I know this house needs a little bit of love. Don't you worry, I'm gonna pour my love on this house. I'm gonna make it so beautiful. I'm gonna make it feel alive again. Now I'm standing here and it's finished. This week is the very first week that I've got to work from here. I'm still a bit up in the clouds. I have a hard time to really understand that this is true, and yeah, maybe I also feel like it's hard to put into words all the emotions that I feel, all the gratitude, and yeah, I feel like I'm in love, you know, that first state of being in love. That's how I feel right now about this house. Sorry, there's rain on the lens. Yeah, we gotta go inside soon. What was I gonna say? I wrote some notes. Sometimes I have to do that when I do talking scenes like this, when I have to talk to the camera or to you, because otherwise I don't remember what I was gonna say. It was so stupid. The first thing I wrote up on this note was rain. So I was gonna tell you that it's rainy. I don't need to tell you that. I don't know if there was anything more to say. I'm not 100% finished with the house yet. I have some small details that I really want to do. I have some more artworks that I want to hang up on the walls, and I have to sort some stuff that I have still, but overall it's finished and it became something magical. I just feel so much love for this house and the energy inside of it that I don't know how it happened. It became so much more beautiful than I could ever dream of. It was a lot of hard work with the house. I've really done the best I can for these months. And now I really feel like it was so worth it. It was so worth it. Okay, enough talking in the rain. Let's do the thing you're all waiting for. Let's go inside and have a look. Come, 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 come. So I will now give you a full tour in the house, and I will also add some footage that are recorded in the winter so that you can see the transformation. So this is the porch, and in here it looks kind of the same as before. There is a new front door into the house, and I took out the plastic mat that covered the floor, and then I just cleaned up a little bit. I somehow think that the blue color is a bit cute, so I will just leave it like this for now. And then we enter into the house. But first, let's see how it looked like before. If you don't stop me right now, I'm gonna tear down these walls. welcome into the kitchen, which I think is the heart in every house. Ta-da! Here we have the cozy little kitchen. As you can see, there's been a lot of work done in here, and it really turned out into my dream kitchen. It's so cozy in here. And this fire stove is not only really beautiful, it's also connected to a water heating system, so in the winter I will be able to heat up the whole house as I keep the fire alive. And then there is a small room next to the kitchen that I mostly use for storage. And this is how it looked like before. In here we have just like a little room. It was like a bedroom. It looks like this. And now it looks like this. So in here I have a lot of space for all my dresses that I often use for films and photography. And I also have a bunch of my own jewelry that I use for taking product photos, etc. And of course a lot of good storage for all my stuff. And this room is also where the whole heating system is located, that is connected to the fire stove in the kitchen. The system is amazing, but it looks horrible, so I covered it with some curtains, and I think it worked perfectly. And the bathroom is the only room where I haven't done any kind of renovation. This is how it looked like before. Hello there! Now it looks like this. I've just put in a new toilet and sink to make it feel more fresh in here. I guess this room should have needed some renovation as well. But honestly, I feel happy when I come in here. It reminds me of the old days when the style was so different. So I will keep it like this for now. And now it's time to show you my office, or my studio. But first, let's take a look at the beginning. In here is the living room. This is where I'm gonna have my desk with my computer and yeah, where I'm gonna work with videos and music and everything. When I renovated this room, I wanted to create an atmosphere that reminded me of the soft night sky in June and the fluffy clouds. And it became exactly that. When I enter this room, I feel like I get a warm, big hug and that all the tension in my body just disappears. It's a very calm and loving energy in here, and I hope you can feel it through the screen. I put a lot of thought into the things that I have in here. I want everything to reflect the things I love in life and the things that brings me joy and inspiration. Because most of the things that I will share online will be created from this room. This is where I will edit all my videos and create my songs and anything that I share with you. And I do believe that the energy that I feel when I create something have a huge effect on the outcome. And it will also be picked up by you who watch it. So that's a part of why I've put so much effort into making my art studio just the way I want it. It's like a sacred place to me. Things that do not exist yet will be created in here. And I wish to create things that carry a beautiful energy and that can open up people's hearts. And now it's time to go upstairs, where the biggest renovations and changes has been done in this house. I actually don't think I can find the right words to describe this room. It's just like coming up to another dimension. When I got the idea to make the attic into my art studio, I definitely had a vision similar to this, but I could never imagine that it would be this beautiful in the end. The very first scene that I ever filmed in this house was here. It was an evening in December and I stood here and it was really cold in here because there was no heating on, and there was a wall going here. Hello! This is my very first day in my new little house, and this here is going to be my future art studio. This wall is gonna be deleted and this room, it's not insulated or anything, it's just like an attic, or what to say, but it's gonna be turned into my art studio. It's crazy to think that it's actually the same house. The carpenters, Mats and Peter, they really did an amazing job in here. It's a dream coming true to have a beautiful space like this to work on my paintings. And there's so much room for storage and for all my stuff, so it will be much easier to keep it clean in here. And I also have a beautiful little balcony. I could definitely see myself go out here to take a little break in between the painting. What a dream! And then I'm gonna show you the last room in the house. It's a room that is next to the art studio, which was a bedroom before. A room in here, which also was like a bedroom. But I'm going to have this also for all my painting tools, because there's so much more than you can imagine. All the frames and all the canvas things. I have a lot of stuff for my painting, so it's gonna be wonderful to have another room with tools. And I think even this room became so beautiful it almost hurts. And as I said, I will use this room for my painting as well. If you've been on this channel for a while, you maybe know that I also like to create my own pigments from nature materials, and it makes it a lot easier to have plenty of space for that. And next to this room I have another tiny little room that I just use for storage. And this door leads to a room that is not insulated, so it's like an attic, but it's also perfect for storage. So now you have seen the whole house. What do you think about it? I would love to hear your thoughts on it in the comment section. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. This has been a dream of mine for over 10 years. And I can honestly say that this art studio is one of the best things that have ever happened to me. And I know that I'm not alone in dreaming of an art studio or a creative space like this. Whether you're an artist or not, I believe every single person on this planet is a creator of some sort. And I think that we need our own space to be able to connect to that part of ourselves where we open up to bring in new ideas and things into this life. We need to disconnect from all that noise around us. Whether it's a whole house, or a room, or a little corner in an apartment, or even just a special place in nature. Having your own space is so important, especially if you feel the longing for it. I am so deeply grateful that I got to fulfill this dream of having my own art studio. It was a long journey, for sure. After years of moving around and squeezing into all different kinds of spaces and rental houses, I'm finally home.
Cheers!
And I want to thank all of you for being with me on this crazy renovation project this year. All your positive feedback and loving support have meant more than I can put into words. I've really enjoyed sharing this journey. And now I also feel so happy that I get to make other kinds of videos than me renovating a house. I feel very ready for a new chapter now. Now I will spend some time settling down in my new beautiful studio and try to take it all in. I will also try to be outside in nature as much as possible to capture the last month of summer before the colder weather arrives. Wherever you are in the world, I send you all my love and lots of positive vibes from the Swedish forests. Take care, and I see you soon again. Mwah!